Hi friends, it's Miss Burden back with another story time today. Today's story is actually a nonfiction book. We are going to be studying nonfiction books for a little while. A nonfiction book is a book that is real. We read these books to learn something. The author writes these books so that they can teach us about something. So we're going to begin by looking at our nonfiction text features. These are things that you can see in a nonfiction book. We use these features to help us learn so we can get information from all parts of the books, not just the words. So the first thing we see is the title. So if we look over here, the arrow is pointing to the title Pandas. Then you have the table of contents. This is the topics that are going to be in the book, and it tells you the page where you can find them. Next, you see the heading. The heading are these big words, and it's kind of like the name of the chapter that you're going to be reading. You can see a lot of photographs in nonfiction books. These are real pictures taken by a camera, so that we can see exactly what it is that we're learning about. Next, you'll see captions. Captions are words and text that are near pictures, and they tell us about the picture that we're seeing. Then you will see labels. Labels usually have arrows with them or a line, and it is pointing to something and gives us some information. Bold print or bold words are words that are dark or very thick, and these words are very important. These words are like saying, hello, look at me, I am very important. So when we see these, we know it's a super important word. Then we have a diagram. A diagram. A diagram is pictures that are labeled, and it shows the different parts of something. So here in this one, it is showing us the life cycle, and they are labeled, and it is showing us that this is a life cycle. You could have charts or graphs, which looks like this. And then another thing that we have is called the index. An index is at the end of a book, and it lists important topics, and you can go back to the back. You can look up what you need to find, and it will tell you what page you can find it on. So today, as we read our book, Exploring Roots, we are going to try to find different text features in this book. So I'm looking. This is the front cover right over here, Exploring Roots by Kristen Sterling. So I'm already seeing the title. That is one of my text features. I see roots, and the word roots is big and bold, so I know that is an important word. Roots are parts of plants. Now, if I look at my picture up here, I am seeing the plant. I'm seeing a lot of labels, and it looks like a diagram. I see arrows here, so it starts with the seed, then it goes to the seedling, and then it comes into the big plant. Each one of these have roots. I can tell by the label roots. Each plant part has a job. This right here, boys and girls, is a photograph. This was taken with a camera. She is a real girl looking at a real plant. Plants need roots to grow. And in this photograph, you can see the roots coming down. Roots grow down from a seed. Down talks about the direction. So down means they come this way. Roots keep plants in the ground. So in this photograph, boys and girls, I see a tree, and I see the tree is growing like this. What do you think could make the tree bend like this over time? I'm thinking that maybe the wind is really strong, and it is usually blowing in this direction, which is making the tree blow like this. But the roots are so deep underground that the tree still stands up, it doesn't fall. Roots help plants get water from the soil. So here you can see big roots. They come down, down, down till they hit soil, and they bring water up to the different parts of the plants. They send water to the plant through a stem. Now here's a good picture of this stem. It is this tall thing right here. So the roots bring water up, and then the water goes through the stem. Some trees have big roots, and these, boys and girls, are all the roots. These are very, very big roots, and you can see some are even coming out here. Most flowers have short roots. So here are some of the roots for the flowers. Now these are very short compared to these really long tree roots. Roots help these water lilies stay in place in the water. Oh, boys and girls, what do you see right here? What kind of nonfiction text feature is this? Right here. It is a bold print. It is an important word. So it's desert. Desert plants store water in their roots. People can eat roots. Oh my goodness. Boys and girls, if I come back a few pages, I would never think about taking a bite out of some of these roots. Ever, ever. If someone said, Miss Burden, go eat those roots, I would say, no way. But some roots you can eat. This is a radish. And here are carrots. Carrots and radishes are roots. So you can see here, this is the root of the carrot plant. Roots are on your plate, in gardens, and all around you. Do you see roots? Alrighty, and then back here we have a glossary. Now glossary is not on this anchor chart, but a glossary is a page that has some words, and then it gives you either pictures to help you know what it is, or it explains what it is. So this is a type of glossary. It is a picture glossary. So when it tells me my word, it gives me a picture so I can see what it is. Big root, small root, roots that hold up plants, roots that store water, roots that climb, roots that people eat. Here are some root facts. Food can be spiced up with the roots from a ginger plant. Water lilies float on top of the water. Their roots tie them to the bottom of the lakes. So water lily roots go all the way down to the bottom of the lake. Some root vegetables can grow in places that don't get a lot of sun. Roots are eaten by all kinds of animals. Elephants, wild boars, and porcupines eat roots. Carrots are roots packed with vitamins. Turnips are roots that don't mind being in the shade. Some swamp plants have roots that grow up into the air instead of down into the soil. Some roots have little hairs that take in water for plants. Here's another glossary. It also has the pictures. This glossary is from my big bold words that I had in the text, and it tells me what they are. Here's the index. These are my important topics, and it tells me where I can find them. So if I want to see about a seed, I look on page 3 and 6, and I can find something about seed. All right, boys and girls, that was our book today, Exploring Roots. You will get to explore some of these other books with some of our other kindergarten teachers. Check your class dojo to find your worksheet for today. You are going to write about a fact you learned about roots. So I can't wait to see those. I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.